at all the companies I've been a part of, we would launch something, we'd celebrate quickly, and we'd move on. It was like, okay, have a cupcake, let's get going. But we never sat around and like, we never got complacent. We never sat around and celebrated things for a long time. And we never were too excited about our own success. That's sort of a DNA thing, and it's a point of view thing, and it's really important. But what it leads you to do is it leads you to think out, where is this all going? Where's the industry around me going? What are the trends? Like at Amazon, we talked about internet trends, like big internet trends, and one of those, I think these are really good examples. One of those is the trend toward perfect information. What is perfect information? Perfect information is when everybody has exactly the information they need to make any decision at the right moment. Not too much information either, just exactly what they need, and nothing missing. If you think about in that context, if you believe that as a trend in the internet, in that context, advertising loses its utility. That's super interesting, right? Like, what does that mean? And what's the time frame on which advertising, is no longer valuable? Obviously, advertising is creating massive value today. Google built this entire, business on advertising. So it's obviously not now that it's lost its utility, but it's that's coming. Another one is the trend toward the reduction in the cost of coordination. So if you build a business that is helped by that. You think about things like eBay, for example, is a great example. Like the kind of global flea market concept wasn't possible until the web. It's just because the cost of coordination was too high. Getting people to actually communicate about the goods for sale. There was no clearinghouse. There was no Sabre, basically, for individual sellers and buyers. And so they created that. And that's very, very durable because it's taking advantage of and pushing forward the concept of the cost of coordination. So understanding those trends is the kind of thing you do if you're thinking for the long term. And you think about your company in that context, and that's how you build durable companies. You can build companies that last a little while without doing that, but if you want to build a durable company, you have to be thinking about that and constantly adapting. The other thing you do is you plant seeds all the time, and you're never afraid to invest in things. So Jeff would talk to the investment community, and he'd use the phrase, lumpy returns, which made people nervous for a number of reasons. But he said, look, if you're somebody who wants to kind of put money in and the next quarter take money out of Amazon, you're going to be really disappointed. You're going to hate this company. You might get lucky, like maybe you'll have an up quarter, but we're not running the company to make you successful. If you're that kind of investor, if you're the investor who's putting in money for 5 years. We're running the company in impedance matched with you, because we will never pass up an important strategic opportunity, even if it makes our quarterly numbers look really bad. And that's an example of optimizing for the long term. You actually you construct your culture to have people thinking that way. To have people, it sort of becomes the way you live and breathe. And even when you're sort of soliciting investors, you even get the right kind of investors. You actually select in the right kind of investors. So that's what I mean by optimize for the long term. Those very concrete things.